Hello, Mina here, and welcome to my channel. This is the 7th episode in my Let's Play Dragon Age Origins with the Dwarven Noble Origin. In this episode, we are heading to Soldier's Peak to complete the Warden's Keep DLC. If you missed any of the other episodes in this Let's Play, I will have the playlist linked in the description down below, so be sure to check that out. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss other videos like this. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright. So, I have downloaded a character respecialization mod that will allow me to respec my character points. I have decided that I do not want to play as an archer anymore. I want to go as a dual-wielding rogue for myself and let Leliana be an archer. So, I have downloaded this mod. I can link it in the description box for anybody that's interested. But essentially what you have to do is you find a raven. There are locations throughout the world, including Lothering, Orzammar, Redcliffe, Denerim, Circle of Magi Docks, Dalish Camp, and Ostagar. I believe there's also one in the party camp, so I'm going to take a second to run around and look for that. But there's no guarantees that there is one here, so I unfortunately may not be able to do much of anything until I reach somewhere that I can take care of that. Okay, so I did go back and look at the picture of the mod. The raven is right here by this fallen tree branch. There's where you leave camp. There's dog. That's what it looks like from here. Let me just talk to this. There's a vial tied to the bird's leg. Try to take it. You have received a potion of respecialization. You go in here. Do not drink it. An exotic venom from faraway lands erases good and bad memories alike. So before you take this, make sure that you save in case something goes wrong or that you don't like what it is. So, warning, respecializing your character can have unforeseen implications. Always make sure that you have saved your progress before attempting to use this potion. Are you sure you want to respecialize this character? Yes, I'm sure. What? Who the? What just happened? Alright. So let's go in here. And everything is back to its base state. So, I am putting everything in strength, dex, and cunning. And I'm just going to do that until I'm out of points. Alright. So that's where we're at. I still have one of these, but I can't yet unlock the specialization for some reason. I just think I haven't progressed quite far enough in the story. I'm not 100% sure why I can't access the specialized class yet. Okay, I want coercion, definitely. And at least that. And I really, really like being able to use the bombs, so I have to have poison making to be able to do that. So I'm going to put that there. And then back in here, I'm going to do Deft Hands, the two that I can allot points to right now. I have to wait until I'm level 8 to do the next one. And then instead of doing archery, I'm going to put points into dual weapons. So I'm going to start with dual weapon training. It's a passive ability. The character has become more proficient fighting with two weapons and now deals closer to normal damage bonus with the offhand weapon. I'm going to do dual weapon finesse, which is also passive. The character is extremely skilled at wielding a weapon in each hand, gaining bonuses to attack and defense. And then I'm going to do dual striking, which is sustained. When in this mode, the character strikes with both weapons simultaneously. Attacks cause more damage, but the character cannot inflict regular critical hits or backstabs. Riposte is an activated ability. I apologize if I said that wrong. The character strikes at a target once, dealing normal damage as well as stunning the opponent unless it passes a physical resistance check. The character then strikes with the other weapon, generating a critical hit if the target was stunned. Cripple. It is an activated ability. The character strikes low at a target, gaining a momentary attack bonus and hitting critically if the attack connects, while crippling the target with penalties to movement speed, attack, and defense unless it passes a physical resistance check. Dual weapon sweep is activated. The character sweeps both weapons in a broad forward arc, striking nearby enemies with one or both weapons and inflicting significantly more damage than normal. Flurry is an activated ability. The character lashes out with a flurry of 3 blows, dealing normal combat damage with each hit. Okay, and then because I am doing a dual weapon instead of archery now, I am going to sink a point into some stuff up here. Below the belt, it's an activated ability. The rogue delivers a swift and unsportsmanlike kick to the target, dealing normal combat damage as well as imposing penalties to defense and movement speed unless the target passes a physical resistance check. And Deadly Strike. The rogue makes a swift strike at a vulnerable area on the target, dealing normal damage but gaining a bonus to armor penetration. This lethality ability, that if your cunning is greater than your strength, it allows you to use the cunning modifier for attack damage in place of the strength modifier. So that's something that I really want to get, and I can get it when I reach level 8, which I believe is next level. So, alright, and I'm pretty sure that... Okay, so that's activated. Okay, so I only have one sustained ability, which is fine. Move everything else over. Drop that off. And then right now, I only have this one dagger, so I'm going to check with Warden and see if he has anything.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Because I know for a fact that I have
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and
some
I've
daggers.
And
I just am not sure how great they are, but right this second having a second weapon is the most important thing. So this one does 440, critical chances 330, armor penetration 460. So yeah, it looks like that's the one I'm gonna have to go with. So I will take that, and I'm just gonna, let's see, equip that in my offhand. There we go. I'm gonna check. She's in here somewhere. Alright, compared to what Leliana is currently wielding, this one is slightly better. So I'll give it to her. Alright, and I don't have any arrows equipped. I do have this, there it is. The Longbowman's Belt, which I will also give to Leliana and swap her for the Dwarven Merchant Belt, because I still want the extra monetary gain, but I'm now no longer wielding a ranged weapon, so it makes it pointless for me to have that.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
I absolutely want a pair of earrings.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Fantastic. Okay. Sell that. Keep those for Leliana, but I definitely need to equip them on her. Keep that. Sell those. I'm not using them. Ooh. Let's see. What runes did you have? I don't care for spell resistance right now. I have some naturally. I already have a flame rune. I can't afford the Grandmaster Frost rune. But I could do the Expert Lightning rune. Are there... let's see. The only Expert rune is this Lightning rune, but the one I already have is not bad. So I may just do that one and the fire damage. And work on saving up for some of these Grandmasters. I'm sure that I'll also pick up more. Oh, here's a Journeyman Flame Rune. Okay, so that does 2 versus this 1. So I can sell that and then get the Journeyman. Alright. That's pretty good. I don't think I can do much better than that right now, so Sandal.
Enchantment?
Yes, I want some enchanting done.
Enchantment!
Alright, so Olaf's prized cheese knife. We'll do lightning and fire. Okay, so I think, hopefully, I should be able to just remove those and swap them out later if I want to. Alright, and so now we have fire and electricity on that, doing extra damage. And let's go ahead and head to Soldier's Peak. I kind of want to see what Shale has in terms of ability, but where I'm going to be doing something with the Grey Wardens, I feel it's important to have Alistair there.
Yes.
Not to mention he's also the only other level 7 besides me, so I want to get him some levels. And then I'm going to take Leliana and Morrigan. Okay, so we've done that. Let's see, where is it? Soldier's Peak. Atop a maze of abandoned mining tunnels lies the old Grey Warden base of Soldier's Peak.
And here we are, Soldier's Peak. Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
Indeed you did. Just admit it. You were lost a couple of times.
I wasn't lost, it's just that the map got soggy. Bah, we're here. So, I'll follow you about, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Soldier's Peak. Looks like it's seen better days. Better centuries, more like.
Once the Wardens flourished, their ranks full, their caliber certain. Now they even accept people like you, Alistair.
Hey!
Come on, Morrigan.
There's more up ahead.
Yes, there is. I was just checking, because I thought you were a merchant, so I didn't know if perchance you had stuff. Oh, look! Alistair's leveled up. Strength and Dex, I do believe, is what I was leveling with him. Let's see. Threaten. Precise striking. I want to get this threaten ability. It's sustained. The warrior adopts a challenging posture that increases enemy hostility with each melee attack, drawing them away from other allies while this mode is active. I feel it's important for my tanks to have that. Let's do a little switcheroo around here. make sure that everybody's abilities are going. You know, quick question. Can you... Oh! Well, he's nothing to steal, but I got an achievement from it, so, good for learning, I suppose. And then frost and rock armor. And then back to myself, and
Very well.
there we go. Alright, let's head on in. Make sure there's nothing that I missed back there. Oh. Are these like little wisps? There seem to be a couple of them floating around. Are they like spirits or wisps? Although I suppose they could be the same thing. Oh.
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the King's advice, then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
Oh.
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too?
I've heard an Orlesian ballad about something like this. A beauty trapped in a dream. In the song, Belisa never wakes up.
Your prissy friend here is making me nervous, Warden. How's this even possible? The place must truly be haunted.
Possibility that the veil is thin here and the memories are bleeding in to the fortress. The world is full of mysteries.
Yes, Warden.
Okay, you guys are dead and it looks pretty recent. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I saw some bodies floating over there. Oh.
There is danger now.
Oh. Arland skeleton? Oh, you're not recent, you're skeletons.
Yes.
That changes things.
Let's make this quick.
Of course.
I will not fall.
Is that Levy? It's gotta be.
You cannot win. Let us end this.
Down you go!
You shall not touch me. Die.
Warden Acolyte.
Let us end this, shall we?
A statue over there. New quest, Ancient History. The history of Soldier's Peak. Oh.
Another false slave. It's your time. You have forced my hand. You will.
Oh, yeah, that was great. I forget always. That was the one thing as a archer I did never have to worry. Well, I suppose I did have to worry, just not as frequently. I wasn't taking as much damage. Well, hey, look at that. That's a level up. Let's do that. Okay, strength, dex, cunning. Actually, I'm gonna do 2 in cunning this time because I want to get my cunning score up. Okay. And then... I can't unlock anything from here yet. So I think I'll put another one in coercion. Being really good at talking never hurts. And I want this lethality ability. The rogue has a keen eye for weak spots and thus gains a bonus to critical chance for all attacks. Additionally, if the rogue's cunning score is greater than the strength, sharpness of mind lets the character use the cunning modifier to affect attack damage in place of the strength modifier. Alright. And also, let's use an injury kit because I have a cracked skull and that's pretty...
As you say.
important. And then back this way, was there anything else? Alright, before I go off and get distracted, I got 2 codexes. I think that not under there. Oh, that one's actually probably pretty important. Sophia Dryden. Sophia Dryden is Ferelden's light and her most brilliant jewel. Nothing on this earth can ever quench her fire. Arlessa Sophia Dryden was the young Arlen's rival for the throne of Ferelden. Dryden was a strong and charismatic leader with much support from the Bann. When Arlen finally won the crown, Dryden refused to relent. She pushed her claim, was caught, and accused of treason. Her sympathizers continued to support her, however. In order to appease them, Dryden was spared execution and forced to join the Grey Wardens instead. Dryden survived the joining and dazzled the Grey Wardens at Soldier's Peak with her leadership skills and charm. She eventually rose through the ranks to become Warden Commander of Ferelden. Before Commander Dryden, the Grey Wardens were seen as a relic of older time and an unnecessary drain on the nobles' coffers. Dryden, though, with her political connections, reinvigorated the Wardens and rapidly increased their numbers. In the meantime, King Arland proved himself a devious king, willing to go to brutal lengths to silence his opponents. Arland's reign of terror grew worse with each passing year, and some of the bands approached Commander Dryden in desperation, begging her to intercede. She agreed, and thus was the rebellion against King Arland born. Arland learned of the rebellion and took steps to end it. He publicly suspended all tithings to the Grey Wardens and declared that they were no longer welcome in Ferelden. Some of the Wardens, mindful that they were supposed to remain politically neutral, felt disgraced by Dryden's involvement in Ferelden politics and left her side, even as the king's forces lay siege at Soldier's Peak. The siege took months and ended with the death of Sophia Dryden. From the personal files of Levi Dryden, Merchant. Okay, right here. The history of the Drydens. In the years following the siege of Soldier's Peak, all those who carried the Dryden name were hunted by King Arland's forces. Our noble Dryden name was smeared, and all lands and holdings belonging to the Drydens were seized by the crown. The king feared that the rebellion started by Sophia would be kept alive by her loyal friends and family, and anyone with connections to the Drydens suffered greatly. It is little wonder, then, that the few remaining Drydens found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Tobin Dryden, Sophia's brother and guardian of her young son, had no choice but to flee Ferelden. Tobin bought passage to Antiva on a merchant vessel and traveled under the name Daroker. Once in Antiva, Tobin set about building a new, quiet life for himself and his nephew. He started a small business and eventually made a name for himself as a trader. The Daroker merchant family prospered, and the name Dryden was almost forgotten. However, in 815 Blessed, Sylvie Daroker uncovered old documents belonging to Tobin and pieced together the family's history. In her pride, and perhaps her naivete, Sylvie reclaimed the name Dryden and returned to Ferelden. King Arland lies dead, and the Dryden name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived, since the death of Sophia Dryden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Dryden name, but we Drydens know that Sophia Dryden was greater than them, almost a queen and hero of the people of Ferelden. From the personal files of Levi Dryden, Merchant. The History of Soldier's Peak, Chapter 1. The Grey Warden base at Soldier's Peak was built in the middle of the Glory Age, several decades after the Second Blight was ended. Before then, Grey Wardens in Ferelden would take up residence in castles and forts that belonged to generous nobles. Warden Commander Gaspar Asturian desired a fortified headquarters where his forces could train and live. He planned that Soldier's Peak would be a city unto itself. The defeat of the Darkspawn and the archdemon Zazakel was fresh in the minds of the Ferelden people, and many were willing to donate gold to build Commander Asturian's fortress. Soldier's Peak was fully completed within 10 years and dedicated to the Maker in 934 glory. From the History of Grey Wardens in Ferelden by Brother Genetivi, Chantry Scholar. Okay, I think that's all the codexes that are directly related to this. Ooh, antique Warden crossbow. That might be good. I'll check that and see if Leliana can use it better. Although I think that the crossbows are more of a strength-based weapon than they are a dexterity or cunning-based weapon. So I'm not sure that it would necessarily be better for her to use. 960, critical chance is higher, armor penetration's higher, range is higher, rapid aim +1 damage. I mean, it's worth a shot. And if it seems to be impacting her negatively, I can just switch back. But I think it's definitely a good idea to maybe try and get a little bit of better gear for my people, since most of what I found at Honleith I allocated to myself. Okay, that's the way we need to go. Is there anything else? No? Alright, into the keep.
The men's morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that they're wardens. Men, I won't lie to you. The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens! Darkspawn flee when they hear our horns. Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up! I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now, in these hallowed halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil, that we send a message to that fat bastard. In this sacred place, proud men, strong men stood defiant, and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them.
Well, I certainly hope she did. She was the one who was leading them. Well, it certainly seems like his actions were not that of a great ruler, but we also don't know the whole story quite yet, I don't think. It sounds like there's greatness in your blood.
Oh, well, that's kind of you to say. Generations of Drydens have said that our stock were lions, fierce, proud, and noble. But I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
So I caught the name Avernus, and of course we had Sophia Dryden, the Warden Commander, and then there were just some Wardens. Statement of Defiance. This poster reads, "On these grounds, virtuous men stood against a tyrant. They stood defiant and stood for freedom, and they died." It is signed by the Grey Warden defenders who were besieged by King Arlen's forces. Read the names of the fallen. Captain Mello, the Black Ferret, Chair Thrower Lopez, Sir Derek of Orlais, and Jason the Longbow. Alan the Quibbler, Cartography Martyr, David the Silent, Dustin the Colorblind, Avenger of the Bovine Brethren, Farrell the Feral, Sir Graham the Untiring, and Jason Sansley Argonauts. Goodness gracious. Oh, Langley the Nefarious, Lucky Lacuna, Mad Dog Smeadows, Matthias the Bloody, McGuirk the Vile Priest, Melissa the Magical Malefactor, the Stretched, and Packrat Dirksen. Sergeant Red Morrison, Santos the Silent Scimitar, Vitriolic Eric, Weak Eye Santos, and Wellburn the Exhaustive Fire. I think those might be people that are on the development, like they were devs for part of this, or at least for Soldier's Peak.
Very well.
Okay. You know, I love it when I go through the wrong door. It's not like they look the exact same or anything. Okay. Hello? Oh!
As you say.
That is distinctively not great. So let's go ahead and put those back on my health bar, because that is not great that they were.
Now you fall!
Oh, that was too close.
I cannot be defeated.
Okay. Is it Morrigan that has?
Speak.
Yes, okay. Herbalism, please. We need to... Alright. I need to get a recipe for, like a greater health poultice, or a normal health poultice, just so that I can work on building up a little bit of a stockpile. Oh, there's a note there.
Very well.
A letter from Bann, Mathuin, Wulff. Sophia. Arl Ruin and his entire family have been slaughtered, even the children. The Ruin line is no more, and the Arling belongs to the crown for now. Arlen believed Ruin was plotting against him. Ruin criticized the king's spending on Wintersend, that is all. It was an idle word, spoken out of turn. The king goes too far. His brain is filled with madness, and he clings to the crown like a drowning man clutches at a straw. Sophia, I beg you, help us. If nothing is done, more will suffer. Your humble servant, Wulff. Okay, so it... Hello? Can I get back here? Ah, that way. Okay. So I want to loot the barracks first. Oh. Hello.
It will be ready.
Okay, done with you now.
Very well.
I think we're doing a lot more damage as a dual-wielding rogue. I just cleared all of these guys out while they were down there, handling the one enemy. And yes, he was probably a stronger enemy.
Of course.
Where he's Commander Athlar, I believe is what the name read as. But still. Okay, let's check this stuff. We've got a helmet. I am not going to put that on myself because I'm already wearing one that's really good. But, say Leliana doesn't have a helmet. Alright, and that's... If I put that on, that's going to take away my armor bonus. And I also don't want the fatigue. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure... Yeah, Alistair's is a lot better. She can't even wear it because she doesn't have 22 strength. I could put this on Alistair, but he kind of needs the defense more than Leliana does. Just because he's right up there in the middle of battle.
Very well.
Okay.
Of course.
Hello? Ah, a chest. I was gonna say, there's gotta be something in here. I suppose there doesn't gotta be anything, but... Ooh, studded leather armor. Hardened. Oh, that's really good. Ooh! And it's green. I really like that. Okay, is this better? Yeah. So, Leliana still gets an upgrade. Fantastic. I feel really greedy, putting so much of this stuff on my character, but where I've now changed classes, it makes sense for me to wear the better armor than, say, Leliana, and Morrigan can't wear it. Alistair's armor is better than what I just got. Hello, friend. Well, I did now. Oh, there's more of you. Hi. Okay.
Now we get our hands dirty.
Another wave of enemies? No? Alright, there's a book over there. Warden Scribe. Ooh, let's check that shield for Alistair. Ooh, he doesn't have enough strength yet, but when he does, that would be good. Oh yeah, one more level up and he'd have enough strength.
Yes.
Archivist book. This book is badly burned. You can make a word out here and there, and that is all. Oh.
The door won't hold, Archivist.
Almost done. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Our grand rebellion so close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by while...
Another one. Rebellion? What's this about a rebellion? If only the book weren't burned.
Maybe there are other records.
We can only hope.
I can only assume that the rebellion is possibly what Sophia started in regards to what Wulff was writing to her about King Arland. On the final years of Gaspar Asturian's command. The History of Soldiers Peak, Chapter 2. As he approached his 60th year, rumors swirled that the corruption in Warden Commander Asturian's blood was beginning to take its toll. According to reports from that time, the commander experienced terrifying waking dreams and heard his name whispered from the dark corners of Soldiers Peak. It is said that Asturian would spend hours locked up alone in the great hall of the base, muttering to himself, though no one was ever able to make out what he was saying. Many also believed that Asturian began, in secret, to draw up plans to expand his fortress, adding to it hidden passages and alcoves, all to protect himself from the shadows that pursued him. No one knows whether Asturian was able to complete his project, for his deterioration had become obvious to anyone who spent any amount of time with him. He was quickly replaced by Warden Commander Frida Halwick. Asturian was taken to Orzammar, where he submitted to the calling, the last rite of the Grey Wardens, and went to his death with honor. From the History of Grey Wardens in Ferelden by Brother Genetivi, Chantry Scholar. Okay. So this place definitely doesn't have a good history. That's for sure. Ooh. That looks ominous. Nothing to loot down here to save myself from having to go towards that. Ooh.
Make them pay for every inch, men! Hold the flank! Avernus, we need you!
Nelateb obrasuth sifan net bekon. Andraste's blood? What?
Oh.
More Avernus! Whatever it takes!
Teli e benfotos victos.
Press them! Press them now!
No! I command you, fight the king's men!
Fool. So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood. The veil is torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Acolytes, retreat now! The battle is lost!
Avernus!
What just happened? Oh no, more fighting.
Well, there's no surprise that that went absolutely horrible.
You shall not touch me!
Is that all you've got?
Oh?
Now you fall! You want to die?
Kill these guys over here. Maybe one of those.
Come and get it! You should run while you should have fled. Let's end this. All right, battle it is then.
They were healing him. It will make sense.
By my ancestors!
Excuse me? Oh, there's more.
I am not down!
Don't worry, guys, I got it.
Oh, this should be good.
Very well.
Make a preserve us. Flee while I never liked this part. Is that it? Be careful!
Is your time to die?
Let's
It will be done.
turn and run!
Beautiful.
The Warden summoned demons. Can't believe it. And my grandmother, she knew.
She was willing to do whatever she felt was absolutely necessary to survive, although it didn't work that way. Wardens don't forbid blood magic. Anything it takes to win.
I believed that my family was better than that. But answers may lay up ahead.
Yeah, there's this, like, stigma that blood magic is inherently evil, and while that's generally a very true statement, it's also not always true. Let's check this. Against what Morrigan has. She's 36 magic, and she currently only has 28. So it's gonna take at least 3 more levels to get her up, unless I find some gear that boosts her magic massively. Or I respec her, which is also possible, but I have concerns that that would cause issues with her specialization. Not that I'm really ever going to use her specialization.
It will be done.
It's nothing against the shape changer class. I just... Hey, buddy. I personally don't like it that much.
Too easy! Another battle!
Very well.
Be careful!
Let us end this!
Now
could you please die more quietly? That would be fantastic. Thank you. Raspberry jam?
Yes.
Alright. The History of Soldier's Peak, Chapter 3. After Asturian's death, the rumors and theories became increasingly outlandish. One of the more ridiculous rumors told of Asturian's infatuation with an elven princess of lore, whom he was trying to resurrect in a secret ritual chamber through the use of blood magic and the princess's favorite food, raspberry jam. Warden Commander Frida Halwick launched a thorough investigation into Asturian's secret plans, but was unable to uncover any evidence that anything in Soldier's Peak had been changed. Commander Halwick declared that the rumors about Asturian were a slight on his memory and that anyone found repeating them would be harshly punished. The stories were thus silenced. From the History of Grey Wardens and Ferelden by Brother Genevieve, Chantry Scholar. Well, I'm not saying that he was in fact doing that, but that was some raspberry jam. And if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's usually a duck. Hello? What? No. I have to talk to you before I loot.
Step no further, Warden. This one would speak with you.
Oh. Who or what are you?
This one is the Dryden, Commander, Sophia. All these things.
Grandmother?
You have slain many of the demon ilk to get here. This one would propose a deal.
Yikes. Levy, I'm afraid your great-great-grandmother is possessed.
That, or she's really let herself go. My great-great-grandmother is dead. I don't know what that is.
Is anything of the real Sophia left inside you?
This one has tasted her memories, seen her thoughts and hidden places. But she is food for this one. No more, no less.
So no. And why should I trust a demon?
What is one woman-child compared to your might? Strike me down if my terms offend. A fool this one would be to betray the Warden.
Alright, at least you're logical about it. Let's hear what you have to say. Tell me about this deal.
You can't be serious. There's nothing left of Commander Dryden. She's possessed.
Your fledgling should mind its place. Meek, subservient, quiet. This one will answer your question. The Soldier's Peak traps me. This one sees so many tantalizing places in the Dryden's memories. This one would see the world herself. For me to be free, into the Old Mage Tower you go and destroy. In return, this one seals the veil. No more demons, no more enemies. Your peak would be safe. Just let this one go into the world.
Ooh, here's the struggle. That's the deal that I offered to the Desire Demon in Honleith. That's not what happened in the end, but that's what I was initially offering her. So why would I be super opposed to offering the same thing to this demon now? And what exactly will you do if I free you?
This one will roam, this one will see, this one will feed.
There it is.
But without me, the veil will grow weaker. More demons, more misery. You choose just one of my kind, or many.
Yeah, but who's to say you're not going to help others come through the veil in other areas, or just how much damage you could wreak? I don't even know what kind of demon you are. That's important too. What am I destroying?
The magics, all moving things, the very stone if you have the power. Something inside keeps my kind locked away.
Probably for good reason. I'm here on behalf of Levi. Tell me about Sophia Dryden.
This one knows all, but will only talk after the tower lies broken.
Before I make a deal,
Yes.
Sweeten the deal. What do I get out of this personally?
Your kind likes gold, yes?
I do.
This one knows of all hidden places. If you help, this knowledge is yours.
You tell Levy anything he wants to know about Sophia.
You get your gold and nothing else, whelp of the Wardens. The levy gets no questions, no answers.
I wouldn't have you deal with her or it on my account.
Can you tell me anything about the tower?
You only must destroy. For your purpose, there is nothing more you need.
Yes, but what's in the tower? Why do you want me to destroy it so badly? What is holding you here that's in the tower that you're so confident that if I destroy the tower, it will stop? I'm off to break the tower then.
Good, good. Nothing must live. Gnash stone with teeth if you can.
Right. Her Codex has been updated. Addendum. King Arland had driven the Grey Wardens from Ferelden, and after the siege of Soldier's Peak, the base was abandoned. When Soldier's Peak was finally entered again for the first time in centuries, it was discovered that Sophia Dryden had been possessed by a demon. Yes, what kind of demon?
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Can you? You liar. Leliana. Okay, so we're both sitting at... Oof. So one of us has got to get this third lock-picking skill. Fantastic. I love that.
It will be done.
Okay, check those boots. They're not any better, which I believe means they're worse than Leliana's. They are. Well, if nothing else, I will be back to loot that chest. Hello? They really said on site. Nope. Hello? Why didn't I detect that? What the heck? Oh shit. What? This happened in the Kokari Wilds too. For some reason I wasn't detecting traps. This said it's Avernus' tower? Is he still alive too? Oh. Hey, buddy. Sorry to just barge in like this. It's really rude of me, but... I just can't help myself sometimes. Hey, would you please leave Morrigan alone? Hey, can we maybe finish an enemy? Oh, Alchemical Concoction, book, ability notes. Okay. Door, ability notes. This appears to be old research of the mage Avernus. They detail a series of experiments in terse clinical handwriting.
Day 32. The subject is not responding to the stimuli. Testing the pain threshold has uncovered nothing. Only 3 subjects are left. Day 82. If only I could reproduce last night's extraordinary success. Electricity is only a catalyst. The blood is the key. Day 97. Energy and blood. Repeated applications have duplicated the results. I conjecture that success can be induced alchemically. But there are no more subjects left. If only I had one more, or a dozen. The things I could do.
What are you experimenting on?
It will be done.
Yeah, I want that. Avernus's notes. The taint allows us to sense the darkspawn. The longer we survive with the taint in our blood, the more potent it becomes. Unfortunately, this corruption will eventually overwhelm the Warden. Over time, it devours both mind and body, leaving nothing. Over time, it devours both mind and body, leaving nothing. But what if the spread of the corruption could be stopped, or contained in some way? What if the Warden could become more powerful without having that power kill him? How great would that power be? Would it be enough to stop the demons? The joining ritual is crude. We take into ourselves the blood of the darkspawn in the most obvious way. Most die from the corruption immediately. It is, after all, poison. There must be some way to refine the joining, isolate the true power that is found in darkspawn blood, and leave behind the evil that kills us. I can feel the corruption starting to take its toll on my body. I must not succumb. There is too much work to be done. Through my magic, I've been able to slow its inevitable spread, but not stop it completely. I am starting to hear things, even while awake. A voice, more beautiful than any other, that calls to me from the depths. In my dreams, I see the Black City, and I am drawn towards it. There is something there, an answer to what this taint is, this taint that we share with the darkspawn. From the notes of Avernus. Ooh. Alchemical Concoction? This noxious potion appears to be the culmination of Avernus's horrific research. It promises to unlock the hidden potential of the tainted blood you drank during the joining. Ooh. You know what, I may die anyways. Drink the vial's contents. Delicious. Oh. Pain racks your body. I did not read it, I was distracted. You have access to new abilities. Diabolist. Okay. Can I go back into my conversation history? Pain racks your body, but there is power in this pain and a hint of understanding. Okay, so does that mean... Oh! Power of blood. Dark passage. Passive. Tapping the power of tainted blood makes the rogue more nimble, able to move more quickly while using stealth, and more likely to dodge a physical attack. The tainted blade. Sustained. The rogue's blood gushes forth, coating the edges of weapons with deadly taint. The character gains a bonus to damage determined by the cunning attribute, but suffers continuously depleting health in return. Ooh. You know, I want to try it. Probably gonna immediately die, but, you know.
Of course.
Okay, so I do heal from it, but it's not fantastic. Okay, so what's over here, though? Oh, I can't even go that way. There's absolutely nothing over there, it turns out.
It will be done.
Maybe don't have that on outside of battle. I don't know. That's gonna suck to turn that on and off all the time. Hi? Wooden crate. A corpse on the wall. I love that. A chest. And Avernus. Alright.
I hear you. Don't disrupt my concentration.
Oh, you survived, but you're... like, as a human.
Even now, the demons seek to replenish their numbers. Are you to thank for this welcomed but temporary imbalance?
Yes. The old Warden mage? You're still alive?
Only just. I have only a short time left.
Careful. This man has dabbled in matters forbidden by the Maker. He may look frail, but don't trust him.
So the Maker told you that, did he? Short-sighted men have forbidden my research, not any god. Enough. Why are you here? What is your intent?
I'm here to recover the Grey Warden's base.
An admirable goal. But in order to achieve this, the demons must be cut off forever.
Yes, they must. Soldier's Peak must be rid of its plague of demons.
Agreed. This must be the first priority. The only priority.
I want some answers.
To what questions, I wonder? Ask.
To any question I feel inclined to ask. How have you survived these many years?
The Chantry foolishly forbids blood magic. But there are so many secrets to uncover. As my body decayed, I found ways to extend it. But that can only go so far.
Not like I really have any room to judge. I just drank his experiment of whatever concoction was out there. Tell me about what happened here.
What use would storytelling serve? The tyrant Arland is long dead, as is all our noble co-conspirators and the Grand Rebellion. Sophia's corpse may walk and talk, but she, too, is no more.
Yes, I knew that. How was Arland a tyrant?
He ruled with fear and poison, his treachery pit noble against noble in terrible battle. We thought him a monster. We gathered allies to rebel. But the toll of years has erased our failure, hasn't it? It seemed so pressing then. But the kingdom lives on.
What happened to the rebellion?
Too many mouths to quiet. Even sorcery can only go so far. So we met with Tyrn Kuzland. With him on our side, we had a chance of victory. Instead, the King's Guard ambushed us. Commander Dryden and I barely escaped.
Tyrn Kuzland, like the human noble Kuzland? Surely not the current Tyrn Kuzland, because this was at least a couple decades ago, if not centuries. You practice blood magic on the nobles?
Of course, to nudge people to keep our secrets safe. Sophia should have let me nudge harder. Her scruples were her undoing.
You had to know that summoning so many demons was foolhardy.
Perhaps, but it was survival.
It was.
For months. I prepared the summoning circles, researched the darkest depths of the Fade. That moment was a triumph of demonic law. Dozens of demons, called by my hand. But with so many variables, I suppose, calculation errors were inevitable. I was so close.
You're to blame for all this. Some things you just don't do.
From a warden, that means something. So tired, so old.
I bet.
Let me undo my greatest of mistakes. Let me cleanse this place. Then I will accept whatever justice you feel I merit.
See, I'm less inclined to have issue with him, despite the problems that he caused in using blood magic, summoning the demons, whatever experiments he's been conducting. Because Sophia Dryden isn't Sophia Dryden anymore. She's now a demon. He's still Avernus. I mean, neither option is good, but I feel like I'd I'd rather help Avernus than I would Sophia. Commander Dryden knew of the demons?
She gave the order. I would have summoned the demons anyway. Only under Wardens can true magical research continue. A chance to rediscover the secrets of ancient Tevinter.
That's a bad idea. But Sophia was very clearly complicit in all of this, even if he had intended to do it without her knowledge. You do remember how that ended? The Black City, the Darkspawn?
Chantry lies told to subjugate the mages, to keep them docile.
Probably. A large portion of it, yes, but there's at least some kernel of truth in that. You literally mentioned about dreaming and finding the Black City. Something happened there. How do you know the Chantry is wrong?
And how do you know they are right? Their faith would have you swallow a great deal for small comfort.
I mean, I don't necessarily believe anything about what they have to say, especially considering I'm a dwarf, but I mean, all the tales, even other areas, I believe it was a codex that Brother Genetivi had made, and it was mentioned that no matter where he went, the story basis remains the same, that the Tevinter Magisters broke into the Fade, and they tainted the Black City, and that was the origin of the Blight, that was the problem. I want to ask about something else.
Yes?
What was the purpose of your experiments?
To stop the demonic tide, to correct the miscalculations of the past. Blood magic comes from demons. They could counter every bit of law I knew. But the Darkspawn taint, that is alien to them. And it has power.
Well, it's alien to all of us. What power?
The Wardens use it merely to sense Darkspawn. A triviality. My research has discovered so much more. Hinted at even greater heights. This knowledge could not only save Soldier's Peak, with it the Wardens could grow even more powerful.
I want to know what he's learned. Because this could impact the Wardens as a whole. I don't agree with him using his fellow Wardens as test subjects, but if they were as affected by the taint as some of the Wardens have been, where they go into the deep roads and face off against the Darkspawn, there's only so much time that they had left, and they certainly weren't very sane. That doesn't excuse what he's done, but it could be argued that from a moral standpoint, it would be better to learn about this on somebody who's too far gone to make it out, especially if they agree, versus a freshly turned Warden. Can you teach me what you've learned?
You've already read my research, but in time, with the proper materials, I could learn so much more.
See, I can't go saying that considering the fact that I'm considering wanting to know more. I want to know what else he could learn. I want to ask about something else.
Yes?
Sophia's great-grandson brought me here. Levy, go ahead.
Master Mage, sir, my family name has been worth less than dirt for over a century. Do you have any proof that Sophia was a hero?
The boy who braved the mists. So you heeded my call. And you are a Dryden. The cosmos has a sense of humor.
What? Your call?
He was but a boy when he entered the tunnels below the peak. His heart pure, his character certain. In dreams I gave him the keys he would need. He would be my deliverance.
Just answer Levy's question.
Your great-great-grandmother was the best of us. Brave, charismatic, fiery, utterly devoted to the fight. But still we lost. We fought against a tyrant, you know, so full of vigor then, so blind to consequence. But proof? There's none to be had.
Yeah, keyword was the best of us. No matter what she was then, she certainly isn't it now. And you couldn't ask her to offer the proof herself because she's not there anymore and the demon doesn't care. I'm sorry, Levy.
I had hoped. But thank you, Warden.
I want to ask about something else.
Yes?
There is nothing else. The time for questions is over.
So be it. My only request, if justice or vengeance drive you, stay your hand until the demons are dealt with.
Okay. Sophia asked me to kill you. We must deal with her.
You are wise not to trust her.
I don't trust you either.
We will deal with her first, and afterwards. We must go to the Great Hall. There, I will repair the damage I caused so long ago. There will be peril. The demons will fight us every step of the way. Come.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree that she is got to be dealt with. That Avernus is the lesser of two evils. But by no means do I trust him. Hey, buddy. Just hanging out?
As you say.
History of Soldier's Peak. On Asturian's Might. Let's get this crate and then I'll read the Codex. The History of Soldier's Peak, Chapter 4. There was one mystery, however, that persisted, and this mystery perplexed even Commander Halwick herself. When Commander Asturian went to his calling in the deep roads, he did not have in his hand his sword, Asturian's Might, forged for him by Dwarven smiths and presented to him upon the completion of Soldier's Peak, nor did he pass the sword on to his successor or any other Grey Warden. While some maintained that Asturian had simply destroyed the sword in his dotage, others believed he had stashed it away somewhere in Soldier's Peak. One young warden claimed that Asturian had once grabbed him by the shoulders, fixed him with an unwavering gaze, and said, "The sword will remind you what it is to be a warden. Speak your oath to me. When the shadows come, you must speak the words." What this was supposed to mean was never made clear. From The History of Grey Wardens in Ferelden by Brother Jinu TV, Chantry Scholar. Okay. Let's check out the new items. Splint mail gloves and chainmail. Neither of which I want to equip. But hey, loot's loot. Alright. Don't go triggering any traps now.
He lives! You were supposed to kill him!
Ah, the architect of my downfall. So clever in your deceit. And what has it brought you?
Treacherous wardens, at every turn! This one will crush you!
You can certainly try. He's powerful, Sophia. I needed your help.
This one is pleased. Most pleased.
You pride demon.
Avernus. How does it feel to be in the open, vulnerable?
Warden, I beg you, no. A demon can't be trusted. Have you learned nothing from my lessons?
Wait, I'm not... Yeah, I don't want to kill him. No, I want to kill Sophia. You have a point.
I'm finished hiding. After these long, bitter years, let it be over. Once and for all.
This one will give you the end you crave.
Help me now, Warden.
fight alongside Avernus. I do not want to fight.
Very well. No mercy! Begin the onslaught.
Oh. I am... Oh.
It's your time to die! It will be done.
Quick! To the main hall.
But my loot!
With so few of her minions to protect her, the demon was no challenge for us. But we must act quickly. The real challenge lies ahead. The veil must be closed.
What do I do?
I will unravel the summoning circles I drew so long ago. Waves of spirits and demons may come through. Dispatch them. I will begin.
Right. Just keep them off you.
I must summon the magical energies. I feel them. They're coming.
Paragon, watch over me! This will be good. Now we have our hands dirty. As you say. That's one for me!
Is this currently going? No. I want that.
Of course. This will not end well for you. Blast everywhere you can. Wipe them out. Another battle ahead.
Yeah, I'm just not sure about
No mercy.
this, like, the ability is really, really powerful, but it's also using up all of my health potions because it's draining my health on top of the hits that my enemies are getting in.
I tried to be merciful.
Okay, yeah, let's turn it off. 'Cause I'm still decently powerful.
Another battle, I
hello.
see. You will not win.
Without it.
Meanwhile, you will learn to fear me. Enough! Be gone!
Beautiful. Asturian's portrait? Okay, well I definitely want to look at that when I'm done. I don't want to talk to you right now. I want to go get my loot. I can't go back that way. I guess I have to talk to you.
It's over. The veil is strong now. Stronger, at least. I said I'd submit to judgment. And so I shall. Can I be left to experiment in peace?
Yeah. We need to know if there's a way to slow the taint or cure it or anything. But he can't keep doing it the way he's been doing it. We have to... There has to be a line somewhere that, unless absolutely necessary, doesn't get crossed. And I don't think that we're at a point that it has to be crossed. You know, yeah, we say by whatever means necessary, but if there's another way, it doesn't have to be the only outcome. You must atone. Research ways to help the Wardens, ethically.
With what time I have left, I will do this.
Good.
It may take months or years for my research to reach fruition. When it does, I will send for you.
Please do.
Thank you for this, Warden.
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. That old geezer Avernus deserves the gallows if you ask me, but People will do queer things to survive.
They will.
But if he does the proper research, without the sacrifices and blood magic and all, maybe he'll turn up something good.
That's the
But
hope.
there was no proof to redeem my family.
I'm sorry. The past won't offer redemption. Try the future instead.
For so long, I was focused on the past, on answers.
You have them.
But I think I would have been better off had I stayed at home. Enough of that, though. I find myself at a loss. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again.
Please do. Any chance I could convince you to stay on?
You know I'm no good in a fight, but I'm a fair trader if I do say so myself. My cousins have been looking for a safe place to store trade goods, and the Peak will do nicely. Whatever the Drydens have to offer are yours, for a sizable discount.
Looks like we're done here. A demonic invasion thwarted, a Warden base safely rescued. We do good work.
Master of the Peak. Ooh, Leliana has been able to level up. Okay, strength, dex, and cunning. Yes. No hesitation. I need that so I can loot. Morrigan. Magic. Yeah, let's put it in survival, because I've been wanting to do that. Okay. I want to get this Spell Wisp ability. The caster summons a wisp that grants a small bonus to spell power for as long as this mode is active. Okay. And it popped up on her hotbar. Okay. Oh, look, there it is. Adorable. Okay, so you have stuff to sell, but first I want to go back and loot. I was gonna be so upset if it didn't let me in. Ooh! Alistair could probably equip all of those. He has enough strength, I think. Oh no. How much strength does he have? Really? He needs one more strength. Okay. I don't think there was anything else from Avernus' stuff, but there was this chest in here.
Yes?
I need Leliana. Beautiful. Hey! No, it's just a long sword. I was gonna say, isn't that Avernus' sword? But no. I bet Sophia probably could have told me where it was, though. Hello, Alistair. Okay. Levy.
Once my family comes, I might have some merchandise you could buy.
Okay.
Might tidy the place up a bit, too. Well, my nephews will.
Fantastic. On second thought, I am curious if going back will allow me to get any more dialogue from Avernus.
Trap right ahead.
Oh?
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Can you? Okay, so what is it that gives... Ah. Is it the lock-picking ability? Locks or traps. Go figure. Yeah, that's alright. I'm almost at a level up. Alistair's really close. Leliana just leveled up. Morrigan's about a quarter of the way there. Avernus, is there anything else I can talk to you about? Are you even in here? Hey. Where'd you go? On another note, I really like your little skull. It's very beholder-esque with the teeth. Look like tentacles. Okay, so alright, I don't think there's anything else here for me. I think eventually if I come back, I'm not sure if it's just like immediately or if I have to go do some other quest stuff first before Levy will have stuff he can sell me. I suppose the way to find out would be to go back to camp and then maybe come back here. Yes. Okay. First things first. I have some stuff I want to sell to you.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife? I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Beautiful. Do you happen to have another backpack? No? Okay. Worth a shot. So cold resistance, I'm not going to use that, so sell. Electricity resistance, sell. Deadly traps, sell. I'm not going to use that. Possibly use that. Nature resistance, no. I'm just gonna... No. Okay, so... So let's see. I'll be able to equip this before I can equip this. But this is going to be really, really good. Okay, so nobody's using the regular arrows now. They're using bolts. Do you have any bolts? No. Okay. So, gonna run back and check Soldier's Peak.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, Soldier's Peak. I really went out just to turn around. I love it. Oh, there he is. Hey, dog. I finally have a storage chest. Oh, this is great. I'm gonna forget about everything I put in here. First, real fast though. Morrigan. So she needs 5 more. Okay, so that and that's for Shale. I can't use any of these yet, but Alistair's close to leveling up, so I think I want to keep him on my person. Store that. He can use that. Okay, fantastic.
Welcome back, Warden. As you can see, we've been busy. Cleaned the place up a bit. Even my brother Mikhail came out of hiding. Never will you find a finer smith. Also got some goods stored here that might interest you. Buy them now before my cousins move it all someplace else.
Did you tell your family about Sophia?
I thought about it. but I figured that it's not a bad thing to believe that you come from a line of lions, even if the truth is a touch more complicated. Our family's belief that we were wronged, it gave us strength to make something of ourselves.
And Sophia, when she was herself, was apparently still a good enough person, so they weren't entirely wrong. The keep looks a lot different.
We've a big family. When you were away, we all pitched in. Hard to believe there were undead, demons, and worse around here, right?
It was very fast. Any trouble with Avernus?
Haven't heard a peep from him. Seems to like keeping to himself, but I keep telling the children to stay away from the tower.
Better safe than sorry. It's probably force of habit. He wasn't able to go anywhere besides his tower. I'd like to see your wares.
Certainly.
Fantastic. Ooh, I want those bombs. Okay, no armor. No accessories. Willpower. Cold resistance. I want that. I want both of them, please. And the freeze bomb. Ooh. That's good. Yeah. You had a couple of things that were really good, but oh, hello. Wait, aren't you? Wait a second. Aren't you Matthias? From Honleith? Where's your daughter? Any more possessed cats wandering around that I should be concerned about?
You? You're the Warden? My family owes you. Any weapons I make, I will sell you for a discount.
Great. Not everybody looks identical when they're related. You're Levy's brother? Not much of a family resemblance.
I have a family full of traders living a soft life, getting fat. I chose to learn the way of metal and stone. It keeps me strong.
I meant more your hair color and your eye color, but okay. You're a weaponsmith, then?
Indeed. I have spent my life studying steel, dragonbone, and more.
Dragonbone?
I learned all I could in human lands, and exiled dwarves taught me more. Give me the finest metals and materials, and I can make wonders for you.
Oh! That ore that I got. The meteor. In my travels, I found this strange metal in a crater.
This is star metal. If you give this to me, I will craft for you a thing of legend.
Yeah. Ooh. A star metal longsword. That sounds perfect.
And so it shall be.
Please don't make me come back for this. Please give it to me now.
It is done. I call this blade Starfang. May it serve you well.
That looks
I must
sick.
rest after my exertions. Warden?
Dude. Okay. Requires 31 strength? Here I was thinking I'd be able to use it. Shit.
Warden?
I hate everything here. Can I see your wares? Maybe you'll have something I can buy. I will take those ice bolts. No, I won't. Just kidding. Oh, inscribed. The rivets and studs form curious patterns across the leather. When equipped in a set with studded leather armor and boots, the character gains a bonus to armor. Inscribed leather, tier 6. What tier is this? Tier 4. Okay. What's this one? Tier 5. Okay, so this inscribed leather seems to be the best. And there's boots too. And I have the leather armor, but what is Leliana? What's she wearing? But do I want to spend 3 sovereigns on it right now? Not really. We'll make sure that she has the opportunity to look at my stuff, and we'll see if it's better. Equip and equip. Beautiful. Like that. Those are better, and those are not. I'll take it. Hello.
Warden?
Can I see your wares? Buy my stuff. I'm so mad I can't equip that right now. I'll probably never get to equip it in this playthrough because I'm not going to put that much stuff into strength. I'm putting it into cunning, so I suppose when the time comes, Alistair will have a lovely weapon. Alright.
Of course.
Alright guys, that is where I'm going to end this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a like. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss other videos. Be sure to check out my socials for updates and clips from my videos, and I will see you all next time.